Most of us are familiar with walking or driving along the highway. It's a common part of life. Highways are used by just about everyone since they are public roads. However, there are moments, maybe once in a while, that leave us completely shocked and wide-eyed. Back in the day, sharing stories like seeing a grizzly bear on a motorcycle or lightning striking a car on the highway might have led to laughter and disbelief. Thankfully, times have changed, and cameras are everywhere to back us up. In this video, we'll take a look at some truly unbelievable incidents captured on highway cameras. Trust me, some of these events will leave you speechless, and you might even start keeping an eye out for the extraordinary on the road near you. Join us as we explore the 20 craziest highway incidents ever caught on camera. Number 20. Parrots' game of Peekaboo. If you thought this video was all about showcasing hair-raising highway crashes, you're in for a pleasant surprise. Highways, being public thoroughfares, aren't exclusive to humans. Even our feathered friends can have a bit of fun on these roadways. In October 2021, a viral video captured a charming moment when a turquoise Amazon parrot decided to make a pit stop on a traffic camera for a game of peekaboo. This delightful avian adventure took place on a highway somewhere in Brazil, managed by a private road management company. They were quick to share the parrot's amusing antics on social media. We might never know what the parrot was hoping to achieve with its game, but one thing's for sure, it brought a smile to everyone's face. So let's chalk this up as a win-win situation. Number 19. The ghostly car accident. Let's kick off our video with something undeniably eerie. The clip begins innocently enough, a regular traffic jam with cars calmly moving along the highway. Then, out of the blue, one particular vehicle comes to an abrupt halt, as if it's collided with an invisible force. There doesn't seem to be anything obstructing the road, so how do you explain the fact that the vehicle's exterior is suddenly dented almost beyond recognition? Now, I'm not usually one to buy into the supernatural, but this footage is undeniably peculiar. Could it be a ghostly encounter? Did the driver somehow incur karmic retribution from a past life? Well, as it turns out, neither of these explanations holds water. According to some reports, there were low-hanging wires on the road, and the unfortunate vehicle unwittingly crashed into them, resulting in the bizarre accident. Fortunately, the driver sustained only minor injuries, so we can breathe a sigh of relief. Nevertheless, it's an unquestionably strange incident, to say the least. Number 18. An unassuming intruder. As children, we're usually taught the fundamental rules of road safety. Step up to the edge of the road, look left, then right, left again, and right once more before crossing. After that, a final glance to ensure the path is clear, and then we make our move. It's a simple yet vital lesson. However, it seems that this particular young girl may have skipped a few lessons, or perhaps wasn't paying close attention. A few years back, dash camera footage captured a heart-stopping moment when a little girl nearly found herself in a precarious situation with an oncoming car on a narrow road. The driver had been maintaining a steady pace when suddenly, out of nowhere, this young child appeared, completely oblivious to the impending danger. Fortunately, the driver's quick reflexes and awareness allowed them to halt the car in the nick of time, averting a potential catastrophe. An adult, presumably her parent or older sibling, rushed to retrieve her from harm's way. We can all breathe a sigh of relief that this incident didn't occur on a busier road, as even the slightest mistake in such a situation could have led to a vastly different and more alarming outcome for everyone involved. Number 17. The San Diego tank rampage. In a chilling incident that unfolded in 1995, the residents of a San Diego town found themselves in the grip of terror as an Army veteran named Sean Nelson commandeered an armored tank and embarked on a destructive journey through the streets. During this chaotic episode, Nelson wreaked havoc by smashing through various buildings and structures, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. You might be wondering what drove this man to such extreme measures. According to some accounts, Nelson had faced numerous challenges in his life. After serving in the military and receiving an honorable discharge, he returned to San Diego, where he started a family and a business. However, his life took a tragic turn as he grappled with the loss of his parents, succumbed to drug addiction, and witnessed his business falter. The final blow came when his marriage dissolved, pushing him over the edge, commandeer a tank, and unleash chaos upon the town. The scenes that unfolded were nothing short of surreal. Thankfully, law enforcement eventually intervened, apprehending Nelson and bringing his rampage to an abrupt end. This tragic incident serves as a stark reminder that venting one's anger in such a destructive manner is never the right course of action. Number 16. Extreme house relocation. Many of us form emotional attachments to possessions like toys, cars, or clothes, but when you decide to physically uproot your entire house and transport it to a different location, you've clearly reached another level. While most of us simply move out and leave the house behind, some opt to take their entire home with them, as seen in this clip. Imagine trying to describe witnessing a house being transported down the road without photographic evidence. It's not your average bungalow. It looks big enough to house a small army. The logistics of this operation are mind-boggling, but kudos to them for pulling it off. Number 15. A rock slide. If you've ever driven alongside a rugged mountain, you're likely aware of the potential peril posed by a rock slide. One moment, everything appears fine, and suddenly, you're confronted with a literal avalanche of rocks. That's precisely what unfolded in this clip, captured in October 2021. A boulder decided it had had enough perching on the mountainside and ventured onto the nearby road. Fortunately, no injuries occurred since the road was empty during the slide. Nevertheless, it undoubtedly caused a considerable traffic disruption, with thoughts turning to the workers who had to clear the massive obstacle the following day. Number 14. A runaway train adventure. When we think of roads, our minds typically conjure images of cars, as it's rare to see any other mode of transportation sharing the road. However, life has a way of surprising us, encouraging us to break free from limitations. In April 2018, a jaw-dropping video went viral, capturing the moment a train ventured onto a 7-lane highway in Azerbaijan. Picture this: a train, without warning or any apparent reason, breaking free from its tracks and crossing a bustling highway. And this wasn't just any highway, it appeared to be a major one. All the vehicles came to a standstill, making way for this unconventional traveler. It seems someone might have taken their GPS a bit too literally. Number 13. Inappropriate activism on the highway. Our world is rife with pressing social and political issues that demand immediate attention. While raising one's voice in protest is a legitimate way to effect change, it's vital to choose the right time and place for such actions. Unfortunately, in June 2022, a group of animal rights activists in Rome opted for a rather ill-conceived approach. Their plan? Block a busy highway to make their point. While their cause is commendable, their tactics frustrated drivers to the point where they physically removed the protesters from the road. It's admirable to stand up for a cause you believe in, but causing outrage among others isn't the most effective strategy. Initiating an online petition or organizing a bake sale might garner more support and less irritation. Number 12. The Runaway Tires. It can't be emphasized enough. Truck drivers must diligently inspect their cargo before hitting the road to avoid situations like this one. In 2019, on I-55 in Ridgeland, Mississippi, a southbound truck experienced a dramatic tire malfunction. The dual tires seemingly revolted against their duties and decided to break free, careening wildly. They bounced and even ventured into oncoming traffic, colliding with a car. Thankfully, there were no injuries except for the damaged vehicles. A vital reminder for all truckers: always check your loads and tires to avert such heart-stopping scenarios. Number 11. A helping hand. During a pursuit, police officers go to great lengths to ensure public safety and protect their communities. Often, they find themselves in challenging situations, such as high-speed chases, to apprehend suspects. In June 2022, in the sweltering heat of Texas, 2 officers pursued a suspected car thief on foot. Their task was made even more daunting by the scorching weather and the weighty gear they carried. As their stamina waned, an unexpected hero emerged. Jimmy Davis, a former security guard, witnessed the pursuit and offered assistance. Pulling up in his blue sedan, he extended a lifeline, asking, "Sir, would you like a ride?" The officer quickly accepted, directing Davis on the pursuit's path. Together, they caught up to their fellow officer and managed to apprehend the suspect. This incident serves as a reminder that help can come from the most unexpected places, often at just the right time. Number 10. The flying car, picture yourself driving peacefully along a California road when out of nowhere, a car appears to defy gravity and soars over a highway overpass, landing gracefully on the other side. This surreal event, captured in August 2022, seems like a scene straight out of a science fiction movie. In reality, the car had been involved in a hit-and-run on an adjacent highway. The 26-year-old female driver lost control, launching her vehicle off the overpass and onto the highway below. Astonishingly, she remained conscious, and quick-thinking Good Samaritans came to her aid. They safely extracted her from the wreckage and rushed her to the hospital, turning this fantastical moment into a story of survival and human kindness. Number 9. Driving on 3 tires. When most people encounter tire problems while driving, common sense dictates they pull over and address the issue. But some individuals, like the one in this clip from May 2011, seem to have a different approach. Despite being aware that one of his truck's tires was missing, this fearless truck driver decided to keep on rolling. The sparks flying from his vehicle and the debris he raised as he continued down the road were clear signs that this wasn't the most sensible choice. Yet he paid little heed to conventional wisdom, causing a spectacle wherever he went. It's undeniably a display of audacity, even though it might not be the wisest decision. Number 8. The Great Escape. There's an exhilarating feeling that comes with sticking your head out of a moving car's window. The open breeze against your face, the clearer view of the road. It's an experience that makes you feel like a daredevil. In this video, a pug took that daredevil spirit to heart. With its head out the car window, the pug suddenly decided it was time for an audacious escape. Whether it had been waiting for the perfect moment or spotted something enticing, the pug made one daring leap, and it was off to the races. It's a hilarious and somewhat heart-stopping moment, leaving us to wonder if the owner managed to track down the adventurous pup. Number 7. An unexpected car flip. If you ever doubted the importance of tire maintenance, this clip is a stark reminder. In Chatsworth, Los Angeles, a Kia Soul was peacefully cruising on the highway, minding its own business, when it found itself next to a Ford truck with an unfortunate tire issue. Suddenly, the truck's left front tire broke free, careening across lanes and rolling under the Kia Soul, launching it into the air and causing it to flip onto its roof. To add insult to injury, the rogue tire struck the Kia again. Miraculously, the Kia's driver sustained only minor injuries and promptly reached the hospital. This incident is a powerful testament to the critical role of proper vehicle maintenance, underscoring that it cannot be emphasized enough. Number 6. Grizzlies on the highway. Normally, spotting a dog hopping out of a moving car would be the strangest highway encounter. However, in Russia, they redefine unusual sightings. Back in September 2017, Russian bystanders were left dumbfounded when they witnessed a grizzly bear joining a motorcycle ride. The origins of this grizzly passenger remain a mystery, as does the reasoning behind allowing it to comfortably sit in the motorcycle's sidecar. Regardless, the furry traveler seemed to relish the experience, taking in the city's sights and sounds. At one point, it even appeared to assist the rider in alerting other motorists, or maybe it just had a penchant for playing the trumpet. In a world where people keep dogs and cats as pets, perhaps having a well-behaved grizzly bear as a companion isn't all that outlandish, as long as safety and care are paramount. Number 5. A snowy car pileup. Navigating through snow can be one of the most challenging aspects of driving. Without proper tires, a car can easily lose traction and spin out of control, even with strong tires. In this footage from December 2022, we witness a colossal pileup caused by heavy snowfall in London, Ontario, Canada. The video begins with a driver cautiously navigating the highway, only to encounter a massive vehicle pileup ahead. But the chaos doesn't end there. This is a busy highway, and more vehicles are en route. Unfortunately, the pileup includes not just cars, but also trucks, which are notoriously challenging to stop in slippery conditions. The hope is that nobody suffered severe injuries in this chaotic scene. Number 4. A kiss from Thor. Statistics tell us that the chances of being struck by lightning in a year are less than 1 in a million. Yet, in June 2021, a Kansas family experienced a truly extraordinary event while driving along a highway. Picture this. You're cruising down the road, and the car in front of you is suddenly struck by lightning. It's a moment that's nothing short of electrifying. While I can't fathom what led to this encounter with Thor or Zeus's wrath, it's safe to say they should proceed with caution in the future. Miraculously, the family inside the vehicle emerged unscathed and continued on their journey. Considering that over 90% of lightning strike victims survive, this outcome isn't entirely surprising. The real shock here is that it happened at all. Number 3. Perfect timing. In life, there are moments when being in the right place at the right time is everything, and this incident in Brazil in August 2019 epitomizes that concept. Picture a vehicle attempting to make a turn on a highway when suddenly its engine erupts in flames. When your car catches fire, the immediate instinct is to exit and call 911 for help. However, in an incredible stroke of luck, these individuals found themselves right beside a fire truck. All they had to do was sprint to safety, and the firefighters swiftly sprang into action. Talk about averting a major crisis. Hats off to these real-life heroes. Number 2. Taking a dive in Amsterdam, renowned for its intricate canal system, occasionally surprises residents and visitors alike with unintended opportunities for a swim. In this peculiar scenario from 2019, a smart car found itself taking an unexpected dip, all thanks to an encounter with a Porsche. According to local reports, the unfortunate smart car had likely been stolen, and the driver was attempting a hasty escape when the incident occurred. The careless maneuver led to a collision with the Porsche. To add insult to injury, the Porsche driver appeared unfazed by the mishap, merely adjusting his position and driving away. Spare a thought for the owner of that smart car. Not only did their vehicle take an unscheduled swim, but they also had to deal with the aftermath of repairing their car. Number 1. An emergency highway landing. On July 3, 2022, Florida-based pilot Vincent Frazier found himself facing a critical situation during a flight with his father-in-law. They were aboard Vincent's 1967 Aero Commander plane returning from the Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina when a sudden engine malfunction forced them to make a crucial decision. With no other options available, Vincent skillfully executed an emergency landing on a 4-lane highway in North Carolina. He later explained to news reporters that he had noticed a significant decrease in engine power and that the plane's propellers had stopped functioning. After several unsuccessful attempts to restart the engines, he knew it was time to make the highway landing. As a former Marine Corps aviation technician and flight attendant, Vincent's experience played a crucial role in ensuring a safe landing. Remarkably, he managed to touch down without a single collision with the vehicles on the road. Just 3 days later, his plane underwent repairs at a local shop, and he was back in the skies once more. Highways often witness unusual events, making you wonder how you'd react in similar situations. Have you ever witnessed something out of the ordinary while on the road?